Hello guys, in this video we're going to answer the questions why many Africans in America are struggling financially despite living the luxury life. How is it possible? A lot of questions coming through since I posted my video about the American dream. A lot of people are not understanding how you can be in America and still struggle financially. How is that possible? How can Africans in the US or in the diaspora cry and complain about life in America while they are sitting in their luxury cars, their luxury SUVs with leather seats and comfy chairs and air conditioning, and they're shooting videos from their big houses? Are we supposed to feel sorry for them? Some of the comments coming through are wondering, how can you be in the US making all this money and still complain about financial struggles? It is actually very possible. It's actually a thing. It happens on a daily basis. It's just that a lot of people don't talk about them. There's a guy who has a YouTube channel called Afro Grenadian Ambassador, and he reacted to that video. And one of his supporters, one of his followers, left a message for him, left a comment for him. And I want us to share that so that we can address that question of how is it possible that you can be in the US, you can be in your luxury car, and you're complaining about being broke. That does not make sense to a lot of people. So let's take a listen.
Well, in this video, my friends, we have an African sister who is warning people who intent of migrating to the West that they should reconsider, because she said the West have become a rat race, and everything that they have said, every opportunity that they have presented is not what it seems. And she is tired of running that rat race. And she have given a dire warning to those of us back home that we should reconsider the Western countries, in particular America. Well, guys, this is what I have to say, is that many people are coming to the realization that it is better to stay where you are than to go into these countries, because these countries are becoming difficult and more frustrated by the day. And our dear sister is warning us, please reconsider or have a very good plan when coming to these countries. Well, we're going to take a listen to what she has to say.
The American dream that is sold to us, to me, I thought the American dream, like as soon.
So I'm not gonna have you listen to the whole video, because if you need to watch the video, you can watch it on my channel. But I wanted to go down here to the comment section, and there's a guy called King Alfred, and he had a question. It's actually a comment, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But since he's not the only one, I've had a lot of comments under different videos, people wondering, how is it possible for you, Lucy, to be broke? You're a nurse in the United States. What is going on? What's the problem? And King Alfred says, it's quite comical watching this African sister crying about America from inside the luxury of air-conditioned and leather seats, inside her large luxury family SUV. I almost feel sorry for her, ? No, I don't. And I can understand where he's coming from. I can understand, because if you haven't been in somebody's shoe, a shoe that pinches, you would not understand the pain. So before we jump into judging people, and that's why people don't come out and express their struggles, express their fears, express their pain, whatever struggles they are going through, because of fear of being condemned, fear of being judged, fear of being stigmatized, fear of this and that and the other. So this is one example of that. But we are here to address the question, not to attack the person. We're here to answer the question, how is it possible? How can Africans in the US or in the diaspora cry and complain about struggles, money, while in the US. What is going on? What's going on? What's wrong with that picture? And there are a lot of factors that contribute to that, and we'll talk about those. But yeah, he got some responses from other people. Thokongwenya says she worked for it. Just because she has material things doesn't mean she is spiritually fulfilled. There are different ways to look at success. I don't think sitting on a leather sofa in an air conditioning is one of them. Others value material wealth. Others value material and spiritual. Others knowledge. Others travel. Others a good time partying, while others strive for a blend of these things. It takes a mastery of life to achieve that. My point is that no one should be comfortable, but continue searching for what they deem as fulfilling. This is even tougher for parents raising kids in these countries without the extended family support structures. The kids have no fight outside forces. The kids have to fight outside forces, and I'm sure parents worry a lot. USA is rampant with social vices and violence, both physical and emotional. As well, single parenthood is even tougher. She has legit concerns. And I am single, I have no kids, but I can see her point. So everything that she says or this person says, everything that they say is I agree with it. Leigh Johnson says, it is funny how someone thinks sitting on a leather seat or being in an SUV, quote unquote, in brackets, in parentheses, the list of all human accomplishments is a luxury. She's coming from a culture where other things are more of value than what you're talking about. The value system is different, bro. And Flo says, we Africans have different values than what you Americans have. We value spirituality, family, community, connections with people. In the West, you all value material things and that's it. So the reason why I'm playing that video and sharing those comments is because that's not the only person that has asked that question. So I wanted to address some of the reasons why you can be in the US, you can have a high-paying job, but still end up poor, still end up being broke. So thank you, Afro Grenadian Ambassador, for featuring my video in your YouTube channel. Please check out his video. I'll link it to the description below so that you can go check him out. If you like what you see, please subscribe to his channel. So one of the reasons is because we live in a world of debt. Back in Africa, I didn't have any debt. I bought everything in cash. I started working when I was 21. So here they extend credit to you. So everything is very easy to obtain: cash, cars, houses. And that's why you see people with big cars and big homes, is because a lot of that is bought on credit. So you have 30 years to pay that back. For a car, you have about 6 or 7 years, 3 or 4 years, depending on the loan amount that you took. But you do have that extended grace period that you have to pay back the loan. Once your credit is good, it's very easy for you to get credit. And then, so when you have all this credit extended to you, you just end up just consuming, just buying stuff and accumulating stuff. So that's one of the reasons that we end up in financial struggles, because we end up getting more debt than we can afford to pay back, and lack of financial literacy and credit education. A lot of people don't have that. The other reason is living above our means, trying to keep up with the Joneses, the pressure of trying to please people. Maybe because you came here, you don't want people back home. You don't want to be embarrassed. You want to show people back home, oh, I've arrived in America and now I'm making money in dollars and I can afford this, that, and the other. So that comes to bite you in the butt later on. Another thing is the inflation. The cost of living has gone up high. So life, whatever money you are getting, a lot of people are living paycheck to paycheck. So the inflation has made it so that the check that you're getting is not enough to pay for all the bills that you have. And so we are in this rat race, like chasing our tails every day, day in, day out. We are not saving enough. A lot of us don't have an emergency fund. If anything happens medically, a medical necessity, or if you have an emergency that requires more than $1,000, a lot of people cannot afford that. A big percentage of Americans, not just Africans, but just Americans, we can't afford that. So we end up taking more debt to cover for the emergency occurrences that happen in our lives. So it is encouraged, it's highly recommended that we save our money and we have an emergency fund so it can act as a buffer when life throws you a curveball. So a lot of people don't do that. What we do is when we first get here as Africans, we start sending money back home. We start buying these plots that everybody starts selling us. They're 50 by 100 plots. We start building homes that nobody's staying in them. You know, we park our money in things that are not going to bring us any return on our investments. So instead of investing here in the US so that we can make that money, the profits in dollars, and then we can invest back home. When we first get here, we hurry up, and start buying plots back home. And so we are parking our money and it's not working for us. So there are so many reasons. And if you think of any other reasons, if you're an African in the diaspora, you're in America, you're in Europe, you're wherever you are, what are some of the reasons that keep us in debt? Why are we struggling financially despite the looking like we are living a luxurious life? What are some of the things that keep us in this debt? Is it the system? Is it us? Or is it a combination of both? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much, guys, for walking with me in this journey. I'll keep you posted about my journey to financial freedom. 2025 is my year to pay off my debts. I'm hoping that I will make enough money to pay off my debts so that I can start off 2026 on a clean slate. So I pray for good health. I thank you guys for being there for me, supporting my journey, and for participating in these conversations. Let's continue chatting in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching.